1 Kurth, number 31 Fuller, and number 7 Tavarian Nix. And then for your Cheshire Phoenix, number 3 Sandoval, 6 May Thompson, number 5 Riley, 34 CJ Gettis, and 23 Orlan Jackman. So the scene is set for another great BBL game here, and we hope you enjoy the next 40 minutes with us of more BBL action. Fuller and May Thompson will contest the opening tip. And Fuller wins it, and the ball comes back into the hands of Bennett for Leeds Force to take their first offence. A double screen is set by Fuller and Rimkus. Bennett turns the corner, floats inside. Nix fakes the 3. Bennett in the corner for 3. Off the iron and out. Fuller fighting hard against Gettis. That's going to be an interesting battle this evening. And Gettis gets the better of the first exchanges between the two. CJ Gettis against Ali Fuller. That should be a nice battle of the bigs. Riley wide open for 3 on the wing. He's short on that one. And Kurth comes down with a rebound, quickly out to Rimkus. Rimkus to Fuller. Fuller off the glass, too heavy in transition. Both teams missing seemed like easy shots early on. Sandoval open for 3, gives it to May Thompson. Long 2, and Kurth grabs another rebound. Neither team scoring so far. Kurth now on the near wing, feeds the low post to Fuller. Fuller going up against Gettis, feeds away. That's a tough move by the big man, but he gets the roll. Ali Fuller looking confident in the purple of Force this evening. And Force open the scoring. Riley going up against Kurth now. Gives it back to Gettis. Gettis goes to Sandoval. Sandoval pulls the trigger. Can't get that one to go. And Nix grabs the rebound for Leeds. Nix now trying to shake Jackman. Comes out to Bennett. Bennett fakes a 3, drives inside, skips his way to the basket. Off the glass for 2. And Leeds out to an early 4-0 lead. With just under a minute and a half gone in the first quarter. Sandoval now knocked out of bounds by Bennett. It'll still be a Cheshire ball. And O'Reilly will come across to inbound the ball for Cheshire. Gettis now with the ball at the top, looking to hand it off, does so to Sandoval. Sandoval now gets the mismatch against Fuller. Fuller caught, reaching in. That'll be Fuller's first foul of the game and the first team foul of the quarter for Leeds Force. That'll be a baseline ball for Phoenix. No doubt Cheshire will look to try and find that mismatch more often. Sandoval can be a handful. May Thompson now pulls up for the short range 2, gets it to go, and the Phoenix get their scoring underway with just under 2 minutes played in this first quarter. Nix now brings it up over the half. Loses the ball though, tries to cross it over. May Thompson comes back the other way. One-handed jam from May Thompson, coast to coast. And that ties the game. Tavarian Nix rubbing his hands together, blaming the cold maybe for the turnover. Rimkus loses it this time to Jackman. Jackman up against Rimkus. Too heavy with that one. Jackman playing too much for the contact. Bennett now feeds the low post to Fuller. Fuller back out to Kurth. Kurth, spin move to the basket. And he's fouled. He'll go to the line for 2 shots. And that's the first foul. Called on Orlan Jackman. First team foul of the quarter for the Phoenix. Kurth will go to the line for 2 shots. Kurth coming into the game, 5th game for Leeds Force, averaging 9.5 points a game, 4.8 rebounds, 2.5 assists. Lighting up quite a few statistical categories for Leeds. I was just about to say, yet to miss a 3 throw so far this season. That's his first miss. He's also blowing into his hands. Look like maybe the players are feeling a little bit cold on the floor. It is a proper Yorkshire winter's day outside as Kurth hits the second. Snow expected across the weekend in the north of England, so maybe it is a little bit colder than usual in the Carnegie Sports Arena. CJ Gettis long 2, airballs that one. Nix will pick up the loose ball, comes back the other way, gives it up to Kurth. Force applying some pace to their offense now, but it's stripped away. Quick hands by Sandoval. Nice pick and roll, Sandoval to Gettis. Travelling violation for CJ Gettis though. Good help side defence by Leeds. TSOURAKIS will make his home debut for Force. Fuller comes out of the game. And Cheshire drop into some pressing defence of their own. Kurth now brings it up over the half. He's tripped by Riley. Riley will pick up his first foul, second team foul of the quarter for Cheshire. That'll be a sideline ball for Force. Force fans still arriving in the arena. It'll be interesting to see the impact TSOURAKIS has. The big man on the roster for Leeds. Bennett now with the ball at the top, uses the screen set by TSOURAKIS. Ball comes now to TSOURAKIS at the top, feeds it inside to Nix. Nix back to the basket, couple of pivots. And one for Tavarian Nix. Strong play going up against May Thompson. Nix will go to the charity stripe for the bonus. May Thompson picks up his first foul of the game. Just under 7 minutes to play, that's the third team foul. Nix now at the line, short on that one, and Gettis grabs the rebound. Riley brings it up over the half of Phoenix. Force with a 3-point lead. To May Thompson. May Thompson drives inside. Beautiful cut. He's fouled hard. That's great vision by May Thompson, and a beautiful backdoor cut by Jackman for the pass. Foul is called on TSOURAKIS. That's his first foul of the game. And Che will enter the game for the first time as Rimkus comes out of the game. Force will make another change as well as Tawazi comes into the game for Kurth. Coach Nelson running through his roster. Some new faces for the Leeds fans to enjoy. The drums ring out. Jackman gets the first to drop. The Lithuanian contingent here, no doubt, to support Justas Rimkus in his home debut. Big Lithuanian population in Leeds. They're proud to see one of their fellow countrymen wear the purple and white of Leeds. And Jackman scores the second and brings it down to just a 1-point lead now for Leeds Force, with just over 6.5 minutes to play in the first quarter. Bennett now uses a screen set by TSOURAKIS. Bennett, nice hesitation, feeds it along the baseline to Nix. Che now looks to drive inside, crosses back. Great defense by Sandoval for Cheshire. Tawazi inside, tough move off the glass. Putback jam by TSOURAKIS. He introduces himself to the fans with authority. Jackman now for Phoenix, pulls up for three. Heavy on that one. Che can't quite grab the rebound, knocks it out of bounds. Cheshire will get the baseline ball. Good hustle there by Gettis, but he seems to be blowing a little bit. I'd imagine Coach Byrne will look to take him out of the game shortly. Inbound pass to Sandoval. Poor defense by Leeds. And they get the easy two off the glass. Nix now with the ball. Looks to go past May Thompson. Back to Bennett. Bennett now goes past Sandoval. No, he doesn't. Great footwork by Sandoval to Nix on the wing. Drains the three to Varian Nix. Leeds Force back out to a 4-point lead. 12 to Force, 8 to Phoenix. Sandoval uses a screen set by May Thompson. May Thompson fakes the long two, drives inside. He's fouled by Tawazi. Tawazi picks up his first foul. That's the third team foul of the quarter for Force. It'll be a baseline ball for Cheshire. Force will make a change as Bennett goes to the bench for the first time and Kurth comes back into the action. Sandoval now on the wing. Uses a screen set by May Thompson. Ball now to Riley, being guarded by Kurth. He steps back out, wants a little bit of isolation, pulls the trigger on the three. Too heavy. TSOURAKIS fighting for it. Hits the wire of the basket support though. So it'll be a Leeds Force ball. That's classed as an out of bounds. Che will inbound it to Kurth. Kurth now brings it up over the half for Leeds. Closely guarded by Sandoval. Sandoval averaging 1.3 steals a game, so he's not too shabby on the defensive end. TSOURAKIS now drives inside to Che. Che draws a contact. Beautiful play. Nice control by Obi Che. He gets his first points on the board for Force here at the Carnegie Sports Arena. Force up to a 6-point lead. Ball now into May Thompson against Che. Tough move. Rebounded by TSOURAKIS. Force bring it back up over the half. Now into the hands of Che, who's being guarded by Sandoval. Size mismatch. Che will look to use that to his advantage. Goes inside, but good help defense by Jackman stops him from getting the score. Riley goes past Kurth. Kurth with good recovery defense. Jackman now. May Thompson for three. Oh, drops the three. May Thompson. TSOURAKIS not quick enough to chase out the shooter. Force's lead is down to 3. Ball now goes into TSOURAKIS. TSOURAKIS up against Getis. TSOURAKIS pulls the trigger on the long two, gets it to go. Be interesting to see whether Leeds use that as a tactic through the game, making Getis step away from the basket to play defense. Cheshire now in the hands of Sandoval. Coast to coast for Sandoval and one. Poor defense by Leeds Force again though. A lane just opened up wide for Sandoval and he took full advantage, floating to the basket for the finger roll. Both teams to make a change as Appleyard comes in for Nix for Leeds Force and Torre comes in for CJ Getis. Sandoval will go to the line for 2 shots. Sorry for just one, it's the bonus shot in his hand, 1 play. Change for Leeds Force as De Souza makes his Leeds Force home debut as well as TSOURAKIS comes to the bench. TSOURAKIS there picked up his 2nd foul in that last phase of play. Sure, Coach Nelson's got his eye on that. Che now with the ball for Force. Gives it to TSOURAKIS, hands it back to De Souza. Calling the offense. Ball now to Appleyard. To Kurth. Trying to find some space. Nothing there. Shoots a very difficult 3 as a long rebound and Jackman grabs the rebound. It's stolen back by De Souza though. He finds it to Che. Che off the glass for 2. Great defense by De Souza. He's into the game and making an impact straight away. Extends the Force lead back up to 4. It's been a back and forth affair. Another steal. Kurth now behind the back. Steps out of bounds. Good defense by Malcolm Riley for Phoenix. Force and Phoenix trading turnovers in that brief phase of play. 3:09 to play in the first quarter. Leeds Force 18, Cheshire Phoenix 14. Nice competitive game we have for you here. Riley to Torre. Torre drives inside, goes up against TSOURAKIS. It's into Jackman. Jackman now. He's fouled on his way to the basket. And the foul is called on Che. That's his first foul of the game, and it's team fouls. So that will send Jackman to the line for 2 shots. 85% free throw shooter, Orlan Jackman. He made the move south from Newcastle in the summer. Had a stellar season up in Newcastle before joining Cheshire in the summer. Misses the first. Has had an impressive start to the season. 10.5 points per game, 7.3 rebounds, 3.2 assists, 1.8 steals, 0.7 blocks. Really doing everything on both ends. Jackman has been this season. Exactly what Cheshire will have wanted from him, and he connects with the second. Kurth now with the ball in hand, gives it back to Che. Obi Che now being guarded by Riley. Kurth gets it back. Kurth uses the screen set by TSOURAKIS, turns back into it though. Shot clock down to 7, back to Che. Che fakes a 3, drives inside, out to De Souza. De Souza for 3, in and out for De Souza. Big rebound once again by Jackman. Sandoval calls the offense. Riley in the corner, doesn't take the 3 though. Good defense by Che. Ball comes back out to Sandoval as the shot clock goes down to 9. Sandoval, crossover, comes back, long 2. Another beautiful play by Rob Sandoval. We're down to a 1-point ball game. De Souza into TSOURAKIS. TSOURAKIS going up against May Thompson. Beautiful move, tough move. Can't get it to go though. Faded away too hard on that right-hand hook shot. And Phoenix will look to try and take the lead. Sandoval back out to Torre. Torre for three. Too heavy. Big rebound by May Thompson. He can't get it to go. And De Souza grabs the rebound for force. Cheshire, one of the better offensive rebounding teams in the league. The Appleyard now. TSOURAKIS for three. Hits the three. Rafa TSOURAKIS. And Leeds force back out to 4 points. 90 seconds left in the first quarter. Riley with the ball in hand for Phoenix. Torre feeds a low post to Riley. Riley backing down Appleyard. Pulls up off the glass. Too heavy. Waiting for the call. Not sure what we've got. Call is called on Orlan Jackman as he fought for the offensive rebound. It's called for the foul. Treble substitution for force as Nix, Fuller, Bennett come into the game. Appleyard, TSOURAKIS and De Souza come out. Sorry, Appleyard stays in the game. It's Che that comes out. Bennett now with the ball in hand. Just over a minute to play in this first quarter. Force up by 4 points. They'll be happy so far. Nick sets the screen. Bennett doesn't use it, comes the other side of it. Back to Fuller. Fuller to Kurth. Kurth for three. Too heavy. Torre grabs the rebound. It's a long rebound. Comes out to the Cheshire man. Can't quite find his range on that one as Falzon gets his first taste of action. Appleyard now. Back out to Bennett. Bennett spin move. Hesitation. Spins inside. Brings out all the tricks. Back to Appleyard to Fuller. Fuller for three. Too heavy. And Riley grabs the rebound. 30 seconds left in the first quarter. Sandoval now sets the offense up for Cheshire. Feeds the low post to Riley. Riley comes back out to Falzon. Falzon drives inside. Tough move. Gets it to go. A strong move by Falzon. Brings it down to a 2-point ball game. 10 seconds left in the first quarter. Kurth now almost loses the handle. Comes to Nix. Nix finds Appleyard in the corner. Appleyard will have to put it up, and he does. Can't quite get it to go. At the end of the first quarter, we have Leeds Force 21, Cheshire. In those closing stages, Coach Nelson will be hoping that his team's learnt their lessons. And so will Coach Thomas of the Phoenix to a certain extent. He'll be hoping that his team don't allow Leeds out to such a lead and put such a mountain in front of them. Both teams back out for the second quarter. Torre will look to inbound the ball for Cheshire to start this second stanza. Sandoval now brings it up over the half, being guarded closely by Tawazi. Comes back to the top to Riley. Riley open for the jumper. He's off to right on that one. Nick's fighting for the rebound. Pulls it down. And brings it up over the half. Nick's hands it off to Kurth. Kurth drives down the lane. Strong, explosive move. He's a little bit short on that one, and Gettis grabs the rebound for Cheshire. In an up and down affair here at the Carnegie Sports Arena. Riley to Torre. Torre now, hesitation, almost loses it. Comes back to Gettis. Rejected by Ali Fuller. Not in his house. Ball back in the hands of Gettis. He's going to bang his way to the basket against Fuller. Wants retribution. He's rejected again, but the foul is called. Ali Fuller called for the foul. That'll send Gettis to the line for 2 shots. That's Fuller's second foul of the game. First team foul of the quarter for Force. Gettis has had a big impact since arriving in the UK. He's averaging 19.2 points, 8.5 rebounds per game. More importantly, at the moment, he's averaging 75% from the free throw line. A good percentage for a big man. Connects with the first. Brings it down to just a 1-point ball game. Look to tie it up with his second shot from the line. And does. We have a tied ball game, 21 apiece. Fuller comes out of the game with 2 fouls. TSOURAKIS comes into the game with 2 fouls. Bennett now going up against Sandoval as he brings it up the floor. Double screen being set by Nix and TSOURAKIS for Bennett to use. He uses both. It steps back out again. Kurth curling round. Nothing there for Bennett though. Great defence by Cheshire so far. Ball is skipped to Tulwazi. Tulwazi take the jumper for three. Too heavy on that one, but grabs his own rebound. Comes out to Kurth. Kurth now will take his time. Come back to Tulwazi. Shot clock down to 8. Bennett now uses screen by TSOURAKIS. Floats inside, steps back out, feeds TSOURAKIS as he flashes to the basket. TSOURAKIS a little bit light on that one. Fouls on, grabs the rebound for Cheshire. Gives it up to Riley in the corner. Inside to Getis. Getis now goes strong, and one for CJ Getis. He's been a handful for most teams. And that foul is called on Tavarian Nix. That's his first foul of the game. An early second team foul of the quarter for Force. Leeds will make a change as Kurth comes to the bench and Rimkus comes back into the game. Getis back at the line. 2 trips to the line in quick succession for the big man. And Cheshire will make a change. May Thompson will come in and Malcolm Riley will take a breather. Getis now at the line for the first of his 2 free throws. Sorry, it's just a bonus shot, isn't it? It's now 1 play, and Cheshire out to their biggest lead of the game. They lead 24-21 with 8:20 to play here in the first quarter. Bennett now with the ball for Force. Looks for options. TSOURAKIS is the option. Great defense by May Thompson. Stops the easy laying off the glass for TSOURAKIS, and Torre goes coast to coast and gets the 2. Poor transition defense by Leeds again though, as they didn't close out that lane. Bennett now, ball in hand for Force. Waves Nix away. Nix comes to the top, gets the ball. Uses the screen set by TSOURAKIS, goes behind the back, drives inside, out to Tulwazi for 3. He's short on that one and fouls on, grabs the rebound. Force starting to struggle on the offensive end, and Cheshire making them pay in the transition. Another easy 2 points in transition for Cheshire, and a timeout is called. This has been the story of the season for Leeds. Poor transition defense. Is leading the scoring with 10 points. And Tulwazi has 3 assists to his name. Both teams back onto the floor. There'll be a Force ball on the baseline. Rimkus will inbound it for Leeds. Bennett now with the ball. Brings it up over the half. Ball comes back to Rimkus. Rimkus looks for the 3. Closely guarded by Getis. Nix steps out of bounds. It'll be a Cheshire ball with another turnover. That's the 5th turnover of the game for Leeds Force. Sandoval now comes up over the half into the hands of Torre. Torre drives inside. A couple of Force players trying to swat it. Getis picks up the shrapnel and gets it in for 2. Bennett now turns the burners on, drives inside, tries to skip it to Nix. Nix now comes back out to Rimkus. Fouls on though, a judge to have pushed Nix out of bounds. So fouls on will pick up his first foul of the game. First team foul of the quarter for the Phoenix with just over 3 minutes played. Change for Force as Che will come into the game. Waiting to see who comes out. Bennett will come out of the game. Bennett will come out of the game. Ball now into the hands of Eric Kurth. Kurth back to TSOURAKIS. TSOURAKIS now back to Kurth. Good ball movement, and he floats inside with a right-hand teardrop. He's too heavy with that one. TSOURAKIS has worked hard for that one. Ends up on the hardwood, but Kurth comes away with it. Che to Nix. Nix now on the wing. Looking to go one-on-one here with Torre. Drives inside. Che inside again. CJ Getis. The foul is adjudged. I think it's going to be called on Torre. So Che went to the basket. He was met by Getis and Torre, and Torre's called for the foul. It's his first foul of the game. Second team foul of the quarter, and Che will go to the line for 2 shots. his first game in the Force Purple here at the Carnegie Sports Arena. He debuted for the club in Cheshire last weekend, grabbing 4 boards, dishing out an assist after just being really pretty much off the plane. Can't get the second to go though. It's still an 8-point lead for Cheshire. Sandoval now. Out to May Thompson. May Thompson from outside, in and out. Torre chasing that one down, and it's going to be a forced ball as Torre knocks it out of bounds. De Souza will come back into the game for Force as Nicks comes out, and Riley comes into the game for Cheshire with Sandoval going to the bench. Che now puts it into Kerr. Kerr over the half, going for the screen from TSOURAKIS. Kerr back to TSOURAKIS. TSOURAKIS now up against Gettis, hands it back to Kerr. Kerr for 3! Short on that one, but Che grabs the rebound for Leeds, and they'll get another offence. De Souza calling for the screen. Shot clock down to 7. De Souza can't wait for the screen, drives inside, has to come back out. TSOURAKIS for 3! Straight to 3! Big man with another triple. And Cheshire's lead is cut to just 5. May Thompson now. Back to Riley. This is one change for Cheshire. They've not seen it in recent years. They're such a calm and composed team. Up by 10, down by 10. They play in a similar vein. Gettis, long 2. Short on that one. Falzon grabs the rebound. He's going to look to kick it out to May Thompson. May Thompson against Che. Good defense by Che. Comes back to Torre now. Torre, spin move inside. More good defense by Che. Falzon though finds a gap. Gets the interior pass. Looked like a lost assignment from Rimkus. Just over 5 minutes to play in the second quarter. Ball in the hands of De Souza for Force. Kerr now coming around the double screens to receive the ball on the far wing. Back to TSOURAKIS. TSOURAKIS for 3! Oh, he's short on that one. The big man was feeling the fire. Couldn't get it to go though. And Cheshire come the other way. Torre feeds the low post to Gettis. Gettis looking to go to work, waving his men away. Gettis, spin move to the baseline, too heavy with that one. Che grabs the rebound for Force. Force out at the races now in the hands of Kerr to De Souza. De Souza for 3. He's short and flat on that one. Not the prettiest of shots from De Souza. No real arc. Cheshire slow things down. Torre now looking to feed the post again. Then it comes back to the top to May Thompson, to Gettis. Gettis for 3. Oh, beautiful shot by CJ Gettis. Leeds Force and Cheshire Phoenix big men having a perimeter shootout. And a double-digit lead now for Cheshire, their biggest of the game. Kerr comes back out to De Souza. De Souza using a screen by Che, back to Kerr. Kerr now pulls up for the 2. Back of the iron and out, and Gettis grabs the loose ball. Cheshire starting to claim some ownership of the game here at the Carnegie Sports Arena. As Torre slows it down. Comes to Falzon. Falzon looks to go inside. Nothing there. He'll have to come back out to Torre. Torre up against Kerr to Riley. Ball back into Gettis. Gettis mismatch against Rimkus. Just takes him to the basket. And 1 for CJ Gettis. You're going to have to do an awful lot more than that to stop someone the size and weight of Gettis getting to the basket so easily for 2. 3:31 to play and Cheshire up to a 12-point lead. Coach Nelson will call a timeout for Force. Lead Torre, Riley, Gettis, Jackman, and for one more, May Thompson. Gettis gets the bonus to a 13-point lead. Leeds will be looking to break into that in the closing stages of this first half. Ball back out to De Souza. De Souza now looking to hand off to Tolwazi and does. Tolwazi uses a couple of screens and skips it the apple yard back to Fuller. Good ball movement by Force, but they're not finding the penetration. Tolwazi is, but he's rejected on his way to the basket. Looked like it was Torre. Jackman now out coast to coast, and he's fouled on his way to the basket. So Jackman will go to the line for 2 shots. Shea will be called for the foul. And Cheshire will make a change as Sandoval comes into the game. Gettis will come out. It's the second foul on Obi Che. Forces fourth foul of the quarter, so any foul from now on will see Cheshire go to the line in this quarter. Jackman drops the first. Back at the line for the second. Next with the second, nothing but net for both of those. We just about enter the final 3 minutes of the first half. Ball in the hands of Tawazi. Tawazi hands it back to Appleyard. Appleyard now brings it across the top. Comes to Che. Che now drives inside. Basket interference. The two's going to be good. One of the Cheshire players got their hands caught on the net. And Force will make a change as TSOURAKIS comes out of the game and Bennett comes in. The drums are ringing out here in the Carnegie Sports Arena, trying to spur on their home team. Torre now brings it across the top, being guarded by Tawazi. To Riley. Riley fakes the three, steps back, takes the big J, and drains the big J. Just a two. Such composure from Malcolm Riley, though. Cheshire up to a 15-point lead now. It's almost knocked away by May Thompson. Force in control of the loose ball. Che now will hand it back to Bennett. No, he won't. He'll have to hold on to it. Che back out to Bennett. Shot clock down to 5. Bennett using a screen set by Che. Stolen away by Sandoval. Great hands. And May Thompson now out on the break. One-handed jam. May Thompson flies to the rack and throws it down. 2 minutes to play in this first half, and Cheshire stamping their authority on proceedings. 44 to the Phoenix, 27 to Force, 1:54 to play. Changes for both teams as Falzon comes in for Torre and Nix comes in for Appleyard. Be a sideline ball for Force. Bennett now with the ball at the top. Uses the screen set by Fuller, looks to turn the corner. Good footwork by May Thompson on the defensive end though. Che now hands it back to Nix. Nix for three. Oh, drains the three. Just what the doctor ordered for Force. Nix off the bench and drops the triple. Ball's in the hands of Falzon. Falzon drives to the basket. It's knocked away by Fuller. Foul is called. Falzon to get out of jail free. Fuller picks up the foul. That's his third foul. It's a concern for Coach Nelson, seeing his starting big man pick up 3 fouls. Falzon goes to the line. Only a 62% free throw shooter so far this season from the line. And that form continues there. Connects with the second, and Force will make a change. TSOURAKIS will come into the game, and no real surprise, Fuller goes to the bench on 3 fouls. Phoenix will make a change as well. May Thompson out of the game, Gettis into it. You do wonder whether Coach Thomas of the Phoenix is looking to put some pressure on TSOURAKIS. He's on 2 fouls as well, trying to force both the big men for Leeds into foul trouble. Bennett now blasts past Sandoval, back out to Nix. Nix for 3. It's too heavy on that one. Tawazi for the rebound. It's come off the hands of Jackman. Baseline ball for Force. Bennett now inbounds it long to TSOURAKIS. TSOURAKIS looking to find it back to Bennett, and does. Sets the screen. Bennett shakes and bakes against Gettis. Back out to Che. Che for 3. In and out. Riley grabs the rebound for Cheshire. Under a minute to play. Jackman, Falzon, fakes a 3, drives inside, spin move, tries to get there. Great defense by Che. And Force will grab the rebound. Beautiful defense by Obi Che. Nix now to Tawazi. Tawazi fakes a 3, drives inside. He's blocked by Falzon. Great defense by Falzon. Both teams working hard on the defensive end. 35 seconds left on the first half clock. And the ball in the hands of Sandoval. Sandoval to Riley. Riley pulls the trigger on a 3. Short on that one. Gettis grabs the rebound. TSOURAKIS looking at the referee, looking to see if he's been pushed. No call from the officials, and Cheshire up to 17-point lead. 13 seconds remaining, ball in the hands of Bennett. Shot clock is off, so Leeds will take the last shot of the quarter, no doubt. Bennett now pulls the trigger on a long three. He's short on that one. Both teams fighting for it. Will they get a shot off? No, they won't. End of the first half here at the Carnegie Sports Arena. Leeds Force 30, Cheshire Phoenix quarter. Leeds Force 30, Cheshire Phoenix 47. Cheshire in a dominant position, but they won't rest on their laurels, as they know Leeds Force can score, and score in a hurry in a new look format with some new players. Nix will look to inbound the ball to start this second half. Gettis had a dominant first half for Cheshire with 15 points, and TSOURAKIS 13 for Force. Nix now back out to Kurth. Kurth for three. In and out and in again. Eric Kurth drops the three. That's the way the local fans will have wanted the second half to start. Riley now. Kicks it to Gettis. Gettis going up against TSOURAKIS. Old school big man battle to Jackman for three. Short on that one. Kurth grabs the rebound. Third rebound of the game for Eric Kurth. Bennett now. Back to Nix. Nix looking to use the screen set by TSOURAKIS. He's got a mismatch against Gettis. Drives inside, uses speed. Advantage to Bennett in the corner. Short on that one. Riley grabs the air ball. Out on the break to Jackman. Jackman floats inside, gets the two to go. Back up to a 16-point lead for Cheshire. Just over a minute played here in the third quarter. Kurth now with the ball on the wing. Looking for options in front of him. Cheshire once again with great defense. Nix drives inside, lays it off the glass, can't get it to go. Big battle for the rebound, grabs his own rebound. Tavarian Nix with the hustle and the crossover. Shot clock runs out though, and it'll be a turnover for Force. May Thompson now inbounds the ball to Riley. 3.5 minutes to play in the third. 16-point lead for Cheshire. Cheshire in the driver's seat, that's for sure. Riley now to Jackman. To Sandoval. Sandoval drives inside. And once again, the door opens wide for him to get an easy two. You do wonder when Leeds Force are going to learn their lesson and not give the easy lanes to the basket. Nix now with the ball. Uses the Horns offense. Comes back to Che. Che now drives inside. Little Euro step. It's stripped away by May Thompson. And Sandoval grabs the loose ball from it. Sandoval drives to the basket, skips it back to Jackman. Jackman for three. Oh, Jackman for three. Bennett now to Kurth. Coach Nelson trying to call a timeout for Force, but not able to. Che drives inside, loses his footing. It's stolen away by Sandoval. Cheshire really putting Force to the sword now. Out to Jackman for three. Ah, too heavy with that one. Kurth grabs the rebound, but it's stolen away again by Sandoval. Inside to Gettis, and one, CJ Gettis. Che called for the foul. Coach Nelson frustrated as he goes to the line for the bonus shot. If he makes that, he'll be up to 18 points personal. He's already got 7 rebounds. Pretty hard to see him not making a double-double this evening, continuing on his impressive start to the BBL season in what is game number 7 for him. So Gettis will come to the line. As the drums ring out to put him off. Might have worked that time as he misses that one, and TSOURAKIS grabs the rebound for Leeds. Just his second board of the game, but he's up to 13 points. TSOURAKIS now, hands off to Kurth. Kurth to Che, back to Nix. Force moving the ball well around the perimeter, but not really getting any penetration until now. TSOURAKIS floats inside. Beautiful little flick on the right hand there. And it high above the ring to drop in. 7 minutes left in this third quarter now. 35 to Force, 56 to Phoenix. Fouls on Inside to Gettis. Gettis now, strong move. Connects with that one. Takes himself up to 19 points personal for Gettis. Nicks now to fouls on. To TSOURAKIS. Back to Bennett. Bennett got the mismatch he wanted. Steps back, shoots from the elbow. Too heavy with that one though. Big rebound by Jackman. And Sandoval loses it and steps out of bounds. Sandoval busy thinking about what he was going to do with the ball when he caught it. Forgot to catch it. Double change for Force as TSOURAKIS comes into the game, as does Fuller. And out of the game comes Bennett and TSOURAKIS. Sideline ball for Leeds, and Kerf will have the honours of putting it in. Puts it into Che. Nicks now. Pulls the offence. Ball comes to Kerf. Kerf looking for options in front of him, goes into the low post to Che, being guarded closely by fouls on. Oh, a little hesitation, loses it. He is fouled. Referee calls that one. He looks a little bit shocked. Did look like minor contact, but they're calling it on both ends, so players can't really argue with that. The officials consistently calling the same level of contact. That's the second foul called on fouls on. Che off to the right on that one. Comes up short with that one, and Nicks grabs the loose ball, fortunately for Obi Che. Nicks now looking for options in front of him, comes to TSOURAKIS. TSOURAKIS goes inside to Fuller. Fuller looks to go work against Jackman. Goes up strong, Ali Fuller with a little sweet baby hook on the left hand. Down to 21 points now with just under 6 to play in the third. And once again, Cheshire, just so much composure. Great work by Coach Thomas to get his team so comfortable and confident. Riley now fakes the three. Facing up against Nicks, pulls the three. Looks to come off left on that one. Gettis though with the rebound. Shakes with that one. Baby hook of his own. Gets that to go. Gettis now up to 21 points personal, 8 rebounds. Another great night at the office for him. Nicks uses the double screen set by Che and Fuller. Cheshire's Phoenix defense is sprawling this evening to Kerf. Kerf for three! Drains the three! Exactly why Eric Kerf was brought into the roster, for that shooting prowess. Fouls on though, comes back the other way, draws the contact. Easy 2 off the glass, another transition bucket for Cheshire as we enter the final 5 minutes of the third quarter. Kerf now. Side finds a way in. That's a tough way in, but he's found his way there, and it's come off his hands, and it's an out of bounds ball, and the Phoenix will take possession. Double change for Cheshire now. Torre and May Thompson will come into the game. Jackman and Riley will take a seat on the bench. Torre now. Up over the half, being guarded closely by Nicks. Looking to get Sandoval open at the moment, nothing there, so they'll get May Thompson open. Now in the hands of Fouls on, backing his way down against Che. Has to step away for the fadeaway, that's a tough shot. Sandoval quickest to react to it, slow reactions by TSOURAKIS. Means that Cheshire once again come away with another score. And Sandoval takes himself into double digits with 11 points. Ball now into the low post to Fuller. Skips it to TSOURAKIS. TSOURAKIS looks to hand it off to Kerf. Bad pass by TSOURAKIS. And there's a foul on the play. Just wait to see who that one's called on. That's fouls on. That's going to be his third foul of the game, and the second team foul of the quarter for Cheshire. Interesting to see if Coach Thomas makes a change. Hasn't yet, as Force inbound the ball. Kerf now splits the defenders out to TSOURAKIS. TSOURAKIS open in the corner for three. A low trajectory shot, can't get it to go. Che grabs the rebound off the glass, and one, Obi Che! You just wait for the first member of the media to make the pun about someone with the name Obi playing for Leeds Force. I'm sure there'll be some Jedi puns coming thick and fast in the coming weeks. Che once again misses from the line, though. He doesn't look confident at the free throw line. He's going to have to pick that up if he's going to be impactful this season for the purple and white. Sandoval waves away May Thompson. Looking to bring Gettis across, no doubt, for the low post move. Fouls on, sets the screen. Sandoval back to the top. He'll take the three. Can't get that to go. Gettis will get the rebound, though, and get the putback. CJ Gettis. I think the easiest way to describe him from an opposing team point of view is nuisance. Absolutely everywhere. Knicks now. .3:11 to play. Coach Nelson understandably frustrated. That's the second time that May Thompson has flopped and nothing has been called. But the ball is inbounded in now and in the hands of Fuller, and he's fouled as he goes to the basket. Interesting to see the fouls on. Foul called on CJ Gettis. That's his first foul of the game. Fuller drops the first of his 2 free throws. And Fuller joined the Leeds force in the summer. He's averaging 6.1 points, 5.1 rebounds per game, but more importantly for a big man, 86% from the free throw line, and he drains both there. Down to a 22-point lead now for Cheshire. Just an interruption from the table officials there in the middle of the game. Not allowed to do that, I'm sure they'll be told. And Cheshire now will have the inbound ball in the hands of Sandoval. Sandoval trying to cross up De Souza, but De Souza standing in front of him. Calls for the Horns offense. Sandoval for three. Oh, beautiful form by Rob Sandoval, and the Leeds fans were used to seeing that last season. Unfortunately for them, he's not wearing the purple and white. He's wearing the white and blue of Cheshire this season. And he's putting Leeds force under some serious pressure as he's up to 14 points. Kurth now to De Souza. De Souza throws it away. Torre chases it down. Back out to Sandoval. Sandoval now into the low post to Falzon. Falzon, will he go to work against Kurth? Yes, he will. Drives inside, off the glass, can't get that one to go. Grabs his own rebound off the glass though and gets the two. Kurth looks like he might have picked up a knock. Force are going to make a change as TSOURAKIS will come into the game for Fuller. Cheshire will make a double change. Riley and Jackman come in for Gettis and Sandoval. Kurth looks to be injured, so we're just waiting for Leeds force to make a replacement, and Tawazi will be that replacement. Force will have the ball on the baseline. In the hands of Obi Che. Force are going to make a move, they'll have to make it soon. Knicks now, brings it up over the half. Uses a screen set by TSOURAKIS, looking for the roll though. TSOURAKIS trying to seal his man out and does. Knicks drives inside and hammers it down with one hand. Sense of frustration relieved by that jam. Ball is inbounded to Jackman by Cheshire. Still a 25-point lead though for Cheshire. Just under 2 minutes to play in the in the third quarter. Jackman now. Riley. Torre looks to go past Tawazi. Tawazi caught sleeping. Good defense by TSOURAKIS, but Falzon grabs the rebound, drives inside. It's knocked away, but Torre grabs the rebound. Shot clock violation. Good defense by Leeds force. Force will make a change as Fuller comes into the game. And De Souza comes out. Force now with the playing a big lineup with Che, Nix, TSOURAKIS and Fuller, all above 6'6". Tawazi, the smallest man on the floor, and he's 6'4". TSOURAKIS now looks to drive the baseline. Falzon will get called for the foul. That's his fourth foul. That's his fourth foul. Forcing Cheshire into a change. Gettis will have to come back into the game straight away, but at the moment he's being taped up, so I'm not sure he can. It'll be a baseline ball for Leeds. As expected, Gettis comes into the game for fouls on. And TSOURAKIS will go to the line for 2 shots as Cheshire in the team foul situation. Majority of that being fouls on. He's picked up several fouls in this quarter. He's up to 4 personal fouls now, so I imagine we'll see him sitting on the bench for a prolonged period. TSOURAKIS connects with the first. And the second, down to 23-point lead now for Phoenix. 1:12 to play in the third quarter. Ball in the hands of Torre. Thrown away though, but just managed to recover that one. Jackman lucky to be alert. Ball comes back to Riley. Shot clock down to 9. Riley waves his teammates away and the foul is called on Tulwazi. Bumping the cutter, but excessively bumping the cutter. Tulwazi picks up his second foul. And Cheshire will get the ball at the sideline, they do, and it's inbounded while Leeds force. Oh, what a rejection by Ali Fuller! The officials helped Cheshire out there by giving the ball early and tried to pull a sucker punch on him, but Fuller just blocked it, threw it out of the house. Well, Leeds force throw it away and it comes back the way of Cheshire. Jackman now, back to Riley, back to Torre. Ball comes back to Riley, to Torre, to Jackman. Forcing in a zone defence now. Cheshire unable to penetrate it so far, and it's stripped away, but it's off the foot of Chase, so the shot clock will be reset to 14. 24.5 seconds left in the third quarter, 23-point lead to Cheshire. Riley now to Gettis, to Jackman. Back now to Torre, to Gettis. Gettis long for 2 on the buzzer beater. Another big play by the big man. He's up to 25 points personal. Will Nix get a shot off in time? Yes, he will, but it's going to come absolutely nowhere near. End of the third quarter. Leeds force 48. Plymouth 60, 3:21 left in the third there. Glasgow 65, Newcastle 51, 1:25 left in the third there. And at the end of the third period, Bristol Flyers 51, Leicester Riders 57. So 10 minutes left to play here at the Carnegie Sports Arena. And Cheshire will inbound it to Torre to start this final quarter off. Force still sitting in their zone defence. Jackman now into May Thompson to Riley. Riley fakes the 3, drives inside, skips it to Torre. Torre drives back inside, hands it to Gettis. Gettis tries to throw it down and does throw it down. TSOURAKIS and Fuller both trying to block that one, but Gettis sneaks it over the ring for 2. Once again, it's tough to stop a man of that size from getting to the basket. Nix now. Tulwazi inside to TSOURAKIS. He's fouled by May Thompson. No basket. That's a foul on the floor. May Thompson called for the foul. That's his 3rd foul of the game. There'll be a baseline ball for Force. Che drives the baseline, floats inside against Gettis. Tough move, great defense by Gettis on the defensive end that time. Riley, Jackman for 3, off to the right. But Torre will grab the long rebound. Phoenix will reset their offense. Jackman into Gettis, back out to Jackman. Jackman fakes a 3, feeds May Thompson. It's off the foot of TSOURAKIS. Shot clock resets to 14, and it'll be a Cheshire ball on the side. To the hands of Gettis, back to Jackman. Cheshire content with just moving the ball around the perimeter. Jackman now looking to find Riley in the corner. He'll take the wide open jumper, nail the long 2. Out to a 29-point lead for Phoenix. Nix now at the top to Tulwazi. Tulwazi for 3, short on that one. Gettis with yet another rebound. That's his double-double of the evening. 27 points, 10 rebounds, and we've still 8.5 minutes to play. Torre now drives inside, has to come back out to Jackman. Jackman gives it to Gettis for three! Oh, I can't quite get that one to go. The big man looking to show up all over the court. TSOURAKIS grabs the rebound, hands it to Nix. Nix for three! In and out. Gettis with yet another rebound. That's number 11 for him. 8 minutes to play. May Thompson fakes a three, drives inside, skips it into Gettis. Gettis, hook shot to count the two. There's the confidence his teammates have before it's even led his hand. Malcolm Riley saying count the two. No real surprise though, he's been in dominant form this evening. TSOURAKIS drives to the basket, kicks it to the corner to Nix. Nix for three, short on that one. Jackman with the rebound. Brings it up at pace. Force get back into their zone. Torre now drives into the paint, it's stripped away. The foul is called. Double change for Force as Rimkus Kurth come into the game. Fuller comes out of the game, as does Bennett. Change for Phoenix. May Thompson out, Sandoval in. A baseline ball for Cheshire. Riley now to inbound it to Gettis. Gettis in the corner. Comes back to Torre. Torre, Sandoval for three. Too heavy on that one, but what a hustle by Jackman. Jackman grabs the offensive rebound. Too heavy off the glass for that one, and there's a scramble on the floor. Be a jump ball possession. Gettis both try to wrap it up. Possession arrow points in favour of Force. Be a baseline ball for Leeds. Coach Nelson just having a quick conversation with the officials, pointing out something he's not overly happy with, no doubt. Nix now with the ball at the top. Foul is called. And that's an offensive foul called on TSOURAKIS. That's going to be his fourth foul of the game. An illegal screen. Torre came round and hit quite hard. TSOURAKIS puts his hands up for that one though, so that's just his third foul, not his fourth. Second team foul of the quarter. Just under 7 minutes to play here. Sandoval now with the ball on the wing. Goes to the corner to Riley. Riley doesn't need an invitation to shoot. He's short on that one, and Nix rips down the high rebound and brings it back up for Force. Knocked out of bounds by Sandoval though. Good IQ and vision by Sandoval. Be a sideline ball for Leeds. Nix to TSOURAKIS. Back to Kurth. Kurth now to Rimkus. Rimkus open for three. That's a long three. And it's a big air ball from Rimkus. Always tough to come off the bench. He's played limited minutes this evening. Just under 10 minutes he's played. Expecting to hit the three, that's always going to be a big ask. Cheshire now come back the other way. They're up by 31. Pretty much got the win in the bag. The Leeds Force not giving up the cause yet as Che knocks it off Torre. And it's going to be a Leeds ball. They'll make the change. And in comes Max Jones. And out goes Torre. Nix uses a screen set by TSOURAKIS. Just a quick alteration of the shot clock. It's now been put down to 11. Ball in the hands of TSOURAKIS. Back to Kurth. Shot clock down to 8. Kurth will have to make a move. Back to TSOURAKIS. TSOURAKIS will take the three. Drains the three. TSOURAKIS. He's up to 20 points personal. It's a nice introduction to the Leeds Force faithful. Sandoval to Jones for threes off to the left. Rebound battle. Only one winner. TSOURAKIS grabs his fourth rebound of the evening. Kurth now. screen set by Che. Ball in the hands of Che. Che now skips it to Rimkus. Rimkus inside to Nix. It's knocked away, so it'll still be a forced ball. Nope, it's going to be a Cheshire ball. They've reversed the call. 28-point lead for Cheshire, just under 5.5 minutes to play. Forced to sit in their zone defence. It's definitely held Cheshire a little bit tighter. Jackman now to Jones, to Riley. Cheshire just patience personified on the perimeter. Jackman sets the screen, Riley uses it to Jones. Jones fakes a three, corner three for Sandoval. Oh, and he drains the triple from the corner pocket. Rob Sandoval. He's up to 17 points personal. Nix now to Rimkus, to TSOURAKIS. Steps back, long two. Oh, beautiful form from TSOURAKIS. He's up to 22. Leads back down to 29. Sandoval to Jones. Riley slowing things down. Gives it inside to Jackman. Jackman, short range jumper. Always a tough jumper to take, actually. Can't quite extend the full shot, and Che grabs the rebound, but it's knocked out of bounds by Sandoval once again. Great transition defense by Rob Sandoval. TSOURAKIS will go to the bench as Fuller comes in, 4:21 to play. TSOURAKIS has had a good night for his home debut. Kurth now pulling from the screen, which Fuller will come up and oblige. He splits the defenders, drives inside, but loses the handle, and Jackman gets the steal. And gives it up to Sandoval. Sandoval wide open for three. Rob Sandoval quickly takes himself to 20 points with 4 minutes to play. Looks like Jones is going to be called for the foul, as Rimkus was looking to post him up. It's going to be a baseline ball for Force. No, but before that, Coach Nelson record as Leeds Force will continue to stay in the second bottom of the league position, having only one win so far this season against Manchester several weeks ago, who, interestingly enough, they will take on next week here on the 8th of December at the Carnegie Sports Arena. Big game for them. Bennett now to inbound the ball. Gives it into Rimkus. It's off the foot of Sandoval though, so it'll still be a baseline ball for Force. And Bennett will look to put it in again. It does to Nix this time. Nix feeds the post. Fuller going to work off the glass. Bit too heavy on that one. And Gettis will grab the fortunate rebound. And Cheshire will bring the ball back up. Force now dropping in to their zone once again. Ball in the hands of Jones for Cheshire. And now Sandoval with the shot clock down to 5. Cheshire don't mind that. They need to run the clock. Jones open for three. Oh, way too heavy on that one. That's an ugly clang against the backboard and away. Pressure got too much for him. The young man just wants to score, no doubt. Bennett now brings it up over the half for Force. Looks to shake Sandoval and does. Fades away. Gettis gets the block though. It's off the hands of Sandoval and it will be a Force ball. No, it won't. It will be a Cheshire ball. Off the hands of a Force player. Change for both teams. Fouls on into the game. Gettis out for Phoenix. And Bennett out of the game. Tawazi in. Both teams running their rosters well, giving everyone plenty of minutes. Ball now with Jones. Back to Jackman. To Sandoval. To Jones. Jones for three. In and out again. Cheshire really looking for the young man to get him some points, get him on the stat sheet. I'm sure they'll continue to do that in the final 3 minutes here. But they still lead by 32 points, so they have no worries at the moment. Nix now trying to cross up Jones on the wing. Skip it to the far corner. Tawazi fakes a three, drives inside, little fake, doesn't fake this time, goes into Fuller. Fuller loses it, comes back, grabs an offensive rebound off the glass, and two. Ali Fuller with a consistent, persistent offense there. He was determined to get that shot off. does. Sandoval now. Goes to fouls on it, stolen away by Nix. He's in transition. Oh, what a throwdown. Tomahawk jam from Tavarian Nix. And we're into the final 2 minutes here at the Carnegie Sports Arena. Baseline pass to Jones. Can't collect that. That was a shoelace pass. Tough one at pace. Nix picks the ball up, gives it up to Rimkus. Rimkus for three. Short on that one. Jackman with the rebound for Cheshire. 10 points, 8 rebounds for Orlin Jackman. Pretty much matching his averages of the season. Orlin consistent Jackman, no doubt, for this season for the Phoenix. Exactly what they wanted. Jones will drive to the basket against Rimkus, puts it off the glass. Doesn't connect with that one. And Obi Che will bring it back for force. Oh, quick feet, quick hands by Sandoval. And it's going to be a foul on Obi Che. And Sandoval. And that's Obi Che's 5th foul. That'll demand Coach Nelson to make a change with 1:18 to play. Oh no, just his 4th foul, just a mistake by the table officials. Jones now. Back to his brother, Max Jones. To Jackman. Jackman fakes a 3, takes a couple of dribbles inside, comes back out to Lewis Jones. Lewis Jones floats inside, gets the 2. I'm sure his brother will be hearing about that. And turnover by force, another silly mistake as Nick steps inbound. Che goes to the bench hobbling. He's picked up an injury and TSOURAKIS will come into the game. Baseline ball for Cheshire. Jones now loses a dribble. Fuller with the steal. Nix will get the ball with just under a minute to play. 30-point lead for Cheshire. They'll be very happy with their performance across the board this evening. They've kept Leeds to pretty much 60 points and they're near 90 points themselves. It's a great night at the office for Phoenix. Rimkus shoots a long 3. It's another air ball from Justus Rimkus. Bavarian Nix picks up the rebound and gets another 2 for him. He's up to 11 points, 7 rebounds, 5 assists. Bavarian Nix, just a warhorse for force. Fouls on for 3. Short on that one. Nix with another rebound. 25 seconds left and the foul is called on fouls on. That's his 5th foul, so he'll just mosey his way onto the bench as CJ Gettis will come back into the game. Not what the big man wanted. But he's back into the game for the final 23.9 seconds. Tolwazi now to inbound the ball to TSOURAKIS, being guarded by Gettis. He'll run the clock, just about 2-3 second differential shot clock, game clock. Tolwazi now to Fuller, almost stolen away by Jackman to TSOURAKIS. TSOURAKIS drives inside. And that kind of sums up Leeds' force this evening. Another unnecessary turnover as the ball is thrown out of bounds. 10.6 seconds left to play here at the Carnegie Sports Arena. Ball's inbounded by Jackman. I'm sure he'll just run the clock out. Leeds force 59, Cheshire Phoenix 87 in what has been a great performance by Cheshire. They'll be going back across the M62 very, very happy.